another wonderful day. Lord bless this group of people as we're here today to conduct the business for our county so it's equal and fair to all people in our county. Lord bless our troops, our overseas and in our current country, fighting for our rights, our way of life, the freedom that we have. Bless the people that are sick and need your guidance. Lord, place a hand on them and help them. In thy name we pray, amen.
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 Roll call. Okay, approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? All right. Approval of minutes for September 23rd, 25 Financial Management Committee.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any disapproved? All right, do we have any public comments today? Don't see any. All right,
Motion to adjourn.
okay. Brother Chairman, we are ready for the old business. If you'd like to take over.
Oh,
I've got one out.
oh, you said old business?
Yeah,
Oh, well, boy, you fast. All right.
well, you was late, so we went to work.
Yes, sir. All right.
Commissioner
You can have-
Smith wasn't waiting.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay.
I passed out some information. This is based on jail fees in surrounding counties in the state. And this was sent to me by Trey Arnold, so it's just for information. I think some people are wanting to know, and that's what I have so far.
Thank you.
Was that other business?
No, new old business.
Oh, under old business. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're up there. All right. So no, nothing. Now I'm with you, brother. Sorry. Okay. All right. So we're ready for new business in solid waste. I thought, boy, she talked fast. Okay.
Yeah. but that's just-
Oh, okay.
I attended the TWSDA Solid Waste Convention this month, so I have a little bit to some information that we went over there. The APR, the annual progress report, will be changing this year. They have decided they want to recalibrate everything and try and do figures that are a little bit different. The 25-35 plan will focus more on county recycling figures, the residential tonnage for recycling. And TDEC will get us a percentage figure of where we are right now so we can judge our effectiveness in increasing recycled tonnage. We did a temporary, I've refigured all of our stuff, and right now just the county alone, not counting any of the commercial or industrial accounts, are at like 21.43%. And that's just the way I figured it. They have a little bit different way of figuring it, so it could be higher than that. We've always been notified in the past that we've met our 25 reduction for the county, which we don't have any problem meeting just because of Tyson, for one thing, and the tonnage that they've got on the stuff that is land put out on the land to just what do you call it? Just for recycling of their sludge stuff. TDEC would like to see more focus on education as they are striving for a 50% reduction in waste to the landfill. So they're really trying to push the issue that the counties do more recycling on their own. There's also a bill hoping to be passed. It's called Tennessee Waste to Jobs, and it basically is producer responsibility organization. It's funded by the producers or the brands that are would cover the cost of collection and recycling of their packaging waste at no cost to the taxpayer. Tennessee is only recycling 12% of its 9.7 million tons of residential waste, and Tennessee ranks 48th in recycling, sending millions of tons of this is packaging waste to the landfills every year. So putting the burden back on the ones that are producing the problem might help us, kind of help us out on finding different markets for it. There's also a Springback Recycling. They are out of Nashville. This company takes mattresses and box springs, but it's a cost of $20 a piece. They would spot a trailer and pick up, but the collection of money falls to the county to collect from the residents. And collection of money at the centers would be an audit issue. There's too many different people collecting and trying to keep the money safe, though that probably won't be happening, not for a while. And new requirements for commercial haulers of used scrap tires for recycling is still in the finalization stages. And it will probably be sometime next year before they actually have all that finalized. And that will be TDEC registering the haulers and required manifest for truckloads of tires being delivered to end recyclers. Our household hazardous waste event was held October the 4th from 8 until noon at the Ag Center, and we certainly thank them for allowing us to have it out there because it's a perfect place to do it. We only had 20 people come this time. They were all residents of Bedford County. We did still have several people show up with paint, even though it was advertised no paint, as we have the transfer station that's open 4 days a week. We had the waste back, was 500 pounds of waste that was recycled in the correct manner instead of being dumped out somewhere. So the state picks this up at no charge, and it costs the state $1,436.75 that they paid to Clean Harbors for doing that. The first load of glass was picked up Wednesday of last week, so we are really anxious to see what that weight's going to be because it was loaded to the top and they had already smashed it once. So I'm really anxious to see that. Recycling figures for September, recycling revenue is $9,035.67, 91.82 tons. Landfill costs $52,237.12, and 1,040 tons, 0.58 went to the landfill. The quarterly reports, total revenues $38,582.18. And there was a savings of us not taking some items to the landfill was nearly $12,000. So that's pretty good savings and things that we are pulling out of the landfill. Any questions?
Thanks, Dan.
All right, next, HR is out of town. I think her report is in your packet, dealing with the continued issues that we typically have. And then archives, and she's here.
Well, we were working right along with the usual archives projects, and we've been helping a great deal of people, again, with their name restructuring for their STAR applications and just in general estate cases. We've had several interesting estate cases from the 1950s and 60s, a lot of confusing land issues. And so that's been of interest to us to have to go back each time about the land and their deed references in their estates. But we've had a lot of public records requests recently that we review on to Robert. And more and more seem like for some reason lately, a lot of interesting ones, but we're glad to get those passed along to you as expedited as quickly as possible. We've had several interesting research projects in the last few months and weeks. We've been doing a lot of did you know this or that about Bedford County? Interesting facts. The Fly Art Center has just about finished their museum project, and they decided to do a lot of interesting facts, one thing or another. And the one thing that we've not been able to answer, anyone from the 18th district, is why is it the bloody 18th? And we don't have a direct answer except that you all like to fight a lot down there. And but anyways, it still has that name, the bloody 18th. So we have a lot of interesting tidbits like that. We're still working on our usual record work to dispose of those things that can be disposed of under the law. and still working on those. They've more and more of what we're into now need review to be 100% sure. They're a little bit mixed, and so we have to separate those things we want to keep, those that by law can be disposed of. And with that, I want to say thank you, tremendous thank you to everybody, for the sheriff's office, the solid waste for the dumpsters, for the rock jail clean out. We got dumpster. How much do you call that big long dumpster? How much? 30 yards, 30 and a half yards, 30 and maybe 5 yards of stuff out of the rock jail that needed to go a long time ago, and mostly because it's ruined from the leaks in the roof and all those kind of things. But it looks so much better. Even want to thank Mark, Diane, and Helen and her crew. Did a great job of getting it as best we can for right now. It needs some more work, and we'll continue to do that. And I want to explain briefly that what we're going to do. What I have done is, I don't know if you know about Middle Tennessee State University's Historic Preservation Department. They do what are called historic structures surveys and reviews. They've been working with Union Ridge and the cemeteries up there. They've worked with the Singleton Chapman House in Fairfield recently, doing an amazing research and review. And so I've asked them to help me with the rock jail, not so much on the historic side of it. We can do that, but I hope that they can make us a list of recommendations for appropriate architectural contractors that do historic restructuring work as needed. And they can also make recommendations for what we call interpretation, giving it sort of a historic interpretation for having it open as a historic site from time to time. I don't want it to be a museum. We don't need that in Bedford County. We've got two. We've got the Fly Center in Gary King's place. But as a historic site that will complement the downtown square historic district. And so I'm looking forward to working with them and get that report. So that's the kind of thing we're going to do in the future. So as I said, those are some of the basics that we've been working on this last month. So, any questions?
Question? A
Thank
lot
you.
of good things happening. Thank you. All right. Next, our owner rep report. I think it's got it in your packet, and he's here.
So we've completed several projects. All of our roof projects that we spoke of 2 months ago have been completed. The Liberty annex rooms flooring has been completed and is in use. The culinary kitchen at Cascade, we had our pre-construction meeting today. We had about 8 contractors show up for the pre-bid process. Everything's moving as it should. We've done the master plan at Liberty for the school board and presented that to Dr. Garrett. We did the athletic facilities at Cascade, that's been submitted, and also the TCAT programming. So all that has been done in the last month. If you have any specific questions about any projects, I know the mayor's going to ask about the farm building conservation office. We've moved the grinder pump. We've built the pad. I've got to get Amy some final drawings for the final approval. And once the federal government opens back up, we can tie into their building.
What about other projects? Our surplus and juvenile, senior
Yeah, juvenile,
overview.
we started digging footings. We've done grading. We've done all the prep. Everything's been approved by the city. As soon as this weather's out of here, we'll start pouring footings next week. 9/11 building has got walls up. We'll have roof trusses up next week. The ag buildings are under roof and doing interior construction, and we'll have both those ag buildings finished in December.
Jeff, what was the timing on the salad porch going into the schools.
I'm
I know you
sorry?
got a
The vestibules?
vestibule, excuse me.
So the vestibules, we've gotten all of our pricing back, and Dr. Garrett has blessed the pricing. Robert's got to do an amendment for the funding of it, and we hope to start those projects in December.
Thank you. Great.
Hey, what's the status of the highway department stuff so far? Robert, myself, we're sort of jumping through hoops.
Okay,
right now.
so we've given all that to Klein Sweeney. They sent us a preliminary drawing, which is what you and I had already discussed.
Okay,
And so we're waiting on the final. They've done the programming. We're waiting on the schematic drawings, and then I'll submit those to you for approval.
okay.
Dr. Garrett, was there anything specifically you wanted to, you got a lot of projects that are finishing up and getting ready for your next phases?
I would say that our vestibule project did come in over budget. So we are going to wait on two of those, being Chevrolet Central and Thomas. Sorry, it took me just a minute. We'll wait on those to another budget year when we can afford those. So the rest of them will start.
Thomas is going to require a new front entrance also, which was not in our preliminary numbers. That was not properly installed for what we need it for. So we're going to go back through and bring that up next year's budget.
And Liberty as well needed new windows and doors on the front. So that cost us a little more. But the reason we waited on Thomas and Chevrolet Central is they are in the city and the police response is quicker than Liberty and Community and Cascades. So it takes a minute to get there. So we wanted to take care of those first.
All right, any other projects? Great, thank you. We're ready for monthly reports.
Okay, you have a monthly financial. I don't really have anything unusual to report, except the fact that we are starting to receive some property tax collections. People are making partial payments, and that's starting to be reflected in our financials. The next area I have is the analysis of tax collections. And compared to the same time last year, we're down 206,000 property tax. And once again, that's whenever people decide to pay. It's not really anything unusual at the moment. Prior year collections, we are 137,000 ahead of the same time last year. And when we get to clerk and master collections, we're 1,800 ahead of last year. Sales tax collections countywide are 69,000 ahead of the same time last year. And then I don't have anything to report on mineral severance. That'll be next month.
We're way ahead of budget.
Right.
On
so
that.
far.
Now, did we get sent through to adjust our rate?
Mhm.
Right, and so that'll start showing up then in,
It should start showing up next month.
okay,
The way it's set up, it starts the day that the commission passed it, but you won't see the residuals till the next month.
right. And so do you notify them? How do they know that the rate change is different?
The way I understood, Donna sent that into the state.
Okay, and so they're the ones that
And I've
then,
already sent the stuff in to them too, but I think we've double hit it to make sure they've got it all.
right, but the state's the one that instructs them on
Yes.
what the rate is that that's right, okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, I have one more report, and that's the analysis of expenditures. We are at 25% of the year, so we've highlighted anything in red. And the things that are mainly over are travel and in service, but that's mainly done at the beginning of the year. So that's the report.
Okay. Other reports, EMS, yeah, here he comes.
The only other thing that I have to add is due to the government shutdown, they have started holding our Medicare payments and some of our kicker payments that go on top of that. So those will be paid as back pay whenever the government.
Okay, any questions or issues? Okay, thank you for that.
Thanks, Ted.
Are we, motion to approve report, or do we need to pick quarterly? Okay, so we got a motion to approve these. These don't go to the commission. They're just our approval.
Make a motion to approve these reports.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so now quarterly reports.
Now, you've got the quarterly report. This is the same information. It's just summarized by quarter, and this one does need to go to the commission.
So is there a motion to send it to the commission?
Motion.
Second.
All right, motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. All right, then we're ready for Board of Education surplus property.
Move to approve.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. And then Fire Department has surplus fire truck to go. I think you have a document in there, and Chief's here if there's anything you want to ask in regards to that. Is there anything you want to say, sir? Yeah, come. At the museum.
As always, or not always, but on this particular truck, it was purchased by one of our volunteer departments. And so once we sell it, we would like for that money to go back to that particular department that funded that truck, along with the contributions that you all make, but that money will come into our office and be managed there. It won't be just handed to them. So
And this is
And
what we
that's-
typically do.
that's correct. That's the way we've always done this.
And in the past, people have put their personal names on the line to borrow
This'll
money
be-
for.
I got one more truck and my name will come off that note. So.
Appreciate that, Chief.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any other questions?
Nope.
All right. Motion to,
Move to approve
this one needs to go to the commission.
and go to the commission.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you for that. Let's see, now resolutions, we got the one with the capital outlay note. I believe that's to do with the highway, and
We
we
need to defer.
need to
yeah.
defer because Jeff's getting us the final information there. And that was going to be an interlocal,
Loan. We're in the- Yeah, it's an interlocal.
right, when the time comes, so the highway would pay that back, but we'd borrow it from ourselves. Okay. So is there a motion to defer that for a month?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Now we're ready for resolutions. The flock safety camera, we approved those, but I think we got a housekeeping issue. They wanted a document tweaked a little different. What
Yeah, I think Flock was talking to the sheriff's office and they want a resolution for that. And they sent over one, kind of a draft, and I changed it a little bit because the schools may want to get on the Flock camera system. So it just says Bedford County. That way both departments can use it.
What do you mean the schools may want to get on?
I think you're wanting to do some Flock cameras at some of the schools. So this would allow them to do that also.
Right. Would, I guess to Dr. Garrett, you get the same kind of pricing that we got?
Yeah.
To be able to put them on?
Yes, and we would like to place them at some of our high schools. It would alert us if we have, someone coming on the campus that shouldn't be there, and then help us with some situations in which people leave, maybe vandalism, those kinds of things. We'll be paying for them, not other money.
Right, it's an
currently-
operational cost for you
It's
on your
operational.
side,
Yes.
from the school side,
Mhm.
yeah. But
I
this,
just wanted to make sure she was getting the same rate that the county was getting
Right.
for what we.
I
were
believe it's a
putting up.
purchasing alliance, right? That we're using. So they will be using the same purchasing alliance.
Good, good.
and this document then sets us up to be networked correctly. We're all in the system. This is Flock that was asking for. Right, okay. All right, so everybody understand what it is? So this needs to go to the commission just as a technicality. It's not a funding issue. Now,
Motion to send.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. And then what about other business? What did I miss?
Do we need to do anything with this?
That was
Infor-
just information
just
because
FYI
at the
right
last
now.
meeting you were asking about it, and Trey Arnold sent me that information about the state, what they charge,
Yeah.
and he mentioned a few other counties, and that's all I have at the moment. We may be able to
So
get
let's
more
just wait
information.
on it, put this
Right.
with other information we may
Right,
get
but we've
before we go
already-
back to the commission for anything.
Right, but we've already set a rate though, didn't
That's
we?
We
right.
set a rate.
Yeah.
But it was
But they
kind
were
of left
wanting
at the
information.
commission. We might want
Yeah, at some point we may need to
Revisit
update
in
it.
60 days.
to,
Okay.
I don't know about that, but, okay,
Yep.
so we're just
That's what
gonna
we
wait till
said.
we get everything.
That's for
Okay.
your information. All right. What else am I missing? Okay, what about announcements? Who did?
I'd just like to say one thing. Can I say one thing?
Yeah. What?
I complimented the custodial staff here at the building to Robert the other day, but I just want you to really look around as you come in and leave this building, how much better it looks now, and outside too. And I just really appreciate it, and told him to tell the custodial staff that. But I mean, the corners in the halls are clean. It looks pretty pristine.
And so we got a couple of things. The Veterans Parade is this Saturday on the 8th. Now, Veterans Day is the 11th. The offices are closed on the 11th. Is school out on the 11th?
That's the
No,
next.
we're in.
Okay, that's one of our holidays. Yeah, so we're closed on the 11th. But the 8th is and I believe it's at 11 is the parade. Is that right, Scott? Yeah, of course it is. It's on the 8th. It's Saturday. It's the Veterans Day parade. Double check your thing, but it should be.
Let's
11.
double check that.
All right. And then,
11th hour and 11th day.
yeah. And so I just was told, I did not know this, so it's hard to swallow a little bit. But anyway, I was just told that Ed Gray has passed away.
Oh,
We did get word today, so it's a sad day at Bedford County Schools today, former superintendent and longtime educator. So we want to remember his family and all of our faculty and staff that will be very sad at that loss.
Absolutely. He's,
it
breaks
was
my
an
heart to even think
icon.
about it.
He was an
Yeah.
icon.
For sure in the system. He was superintendent when I was on the school board, and of course he sat here as the superintendent, was a part of this body. Him and Mike Bone, they plowed the ground for a long time for education before. So God bless him and his family in regards to that. Is there anything else